Happening out there, YouTube? Carlos C&L Small Engine Repair and Lawn Care. If you look around my shop, don't judge me, man. This place is a mess. My gosh, it is terrible. We have been just wide open. Guys, it caught me off guard this year. Last year, we didn't really even start real good until about April the 10th, I think, is when we actually started, getting busy. Now, we had stuff coming in, but we wasn't busy. And we busy. Well, I'm busy. I'll put it to you that way. I'm busy. But I wanted to make a quick video. So, like I said, if you look around, look over the mess, man, I need a bigger shop, guys. I have got to get a bigger shop. This shop is not, I've just outgrown this shop. But anyway, what I wanted to show you today was Gator blades. Now, I run a Gator blade on my equipment. And yeah, I run it year round. I know some guys say, well, not too, you need a high lift blade certain times of the year. I thought that was another customer pulling in. I was like, oh gosh. But anyway, and then sometimes of the year you need a mulch blade. Well, these Gator G5s, they are a mulching blade, but this is where I run into my problems with some of the Gator blades. They're such a heavier blade, and this is what I tell my customers. If you go buy the old Arnold blade at Walmart, and I'm going to show you a set of them, and you hit a stump, a rock, whatever, you hit something in your yard, usually you'll bend the blade. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot bend the Gator blade, because I have seen them come in here bent. Mostly I see that on commercial stuff that's running a lot higher blade tip speed than what your residential mowers was. And keep in mind, guys, these Gator blades, they're made by Oregon. They're a lot heavier of a blade, and you can get them to fit anything. I mean, if you got a push mower out there, 21-inch push mower, you can get a Gator blade to go on that thing. Remember this, I don't know if I would run them on a push mower, something that wasn't belt driven, just for the simple fact that if you hit something with them and you're got it on a push mower that's not belt driven or anything like that, just a direct mount blade like most of them are, you probably going to bend the shaft in that thing before you bend the blade. I'm not kidding you, man. These blades are tough. I run these things on all my mowers that I do, my lawns and stuff like that I cut with. Anyway, I'm going to show them to you real quick. And I've got my digital caliper out. So I'm going to show you the difference in the thickness. And if I had a scale in here, I'd show you the difference on the weight. Now, I sold a set of 3 of these to a buddy of mine that runs a Toro zero turn last year. And he said the only problem that he had with them, and his mower's a little older, but still, was if he was traversing, if he was moving on his mower, and he went to engage the blades, that it kind of choke the engine down just a little bit to get him spinning. So what he done, which I told him wasn't a real good idea to do, but he don't care because he's got a friend that can work on this stuff. So he don't care and get him parts and stuff. He would take and feather the PTO on it to get him spinning, then kick him on, no problem. Or just stop the mower, kick him on. He said it was no problem. But between the engine having to run the hydros and get the blade spinning, he said it would kind of choke his engine just a little bit. But other than that, now the blade that I'm going to be showing you is a 42-inch blade, the old one. The new one, I'm actually putting it on this mower behind me. It's for a 46-inch. So there's going to be a little length difference. But what we're looking at here, guys, is the thickness of the blade. So let me spin this thing around and I will show you that. Let's see here. Maybe I can do it just this way. I don't know. Nope. I can turn it around. Alright, guys. Here's the two. We've got this thing zeroed out here. Alright. Alright, let's measure the there's the difference in the blades. I mean, you can already see a difference. I mean, if you lay one on top of the other, I mean, look at the difference. This one is a lot wider than that one. But, all right, let's do this. Down here, 0.15. Over here, oh, loosened it up. 0.11. So you can see the difference in the thickness of the blade. So you've seen the thickness of those blades, guys. That little bit makes quite a bit of difference, and I should have showed you the end pieces too. And you can just, I mean, you can visibly see it. If you're looking for a good set of blades, the Gator blade's the way to go, in my opinion. Now, Oregon, period, makes a good blade. And I'm not saying this because I sell them. I also sell the copperhead blades, which they're a good blade, man. How can I put it? They have their place. My personal preference is the Oregon Gator blade. That's just, I know that copperhead, as far as when it comes to chainsaw chains, I'm going with the copperhead. But there's just something about that Oregon blade, man. They're tough, they're thick. What I was getting at before is what I tell a lot of my customers: before you bend this blade, or, you know, like I said, I have seen some come in bent. But usually what happens, this is the downfall to using a real thick, heavy blade, is you're going to bust a spindle. Sometimes you'll just bend the spindle shaft, which isn't a bad repair. You know, take the bolt off, drop it out, re-grease it, stick it back in there, tighten it up, you're good to go. But spindles are expensive, guys. Spindles are one of those things that you do not want to have to buy the whole assembly if you can buy the shaft and the bearing. But if you bust an ear off, like where the bolts go up into it or something like that, well, then you're going to be buying another spindle. And, you know, they're 70 and 80 bucks, some of them more than that. So just keep that in mind, guys. But on the Gator blade, if you're looking for a good blade that'll last you a long time, that you can actually sharpen and sharpen and sharpen, get you a Gator blade. Now, up here in West Virginia, we're not dealing with a whole lot of sandy soil, so we don't have to worry about, you know, the sand eating the blades up like the boys down south do. But we've got a lot of wet, heavy grass up here, and to discharge that and to get it gone, even in the spring, I want that mulch blade on there. I run a mulch blade with my chute wide open. So anyway, guys, that's it. I've got to get back to work. Like I end all my videos with, no matter what you do, do it for the glory of God, or it ain't worth doing. Without Him, there ain't none of this possible. Until next time, CNL is out.